Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I am glad you're here and I can't wait to share this with you guys and gals. Thank you to my patrons, thank you channel members, and thank you all the subscribers. You guys are making this awesome. You gals are making this awesome. Today we're going to check out a 6-leaf. Now I had more than one thing in the package, so I wasn't able to cut open a package because with the other thing is a surprise. You're going to see it coming up very soon. Just saying, look, teaser action. And that one I'm flipping, that's the Vasti Nightshade. If you haven't seen that one, you can go check out my video on this one. This thing is sweet. But on to the one we're here to check out. So 6-leaf just kind of showed up recently into the knife world, and they've showed up at White Mountain Knives at Amazon. And here is the 6-leaf SL-11. Ooh, check it out. Pretty nice looking, pretty nice. Would you look at it? Just look at it. Kind of looks like the back end of a, I don't know, like a fancy bird or something. You got an eyeball going on there. I always see animals and knives. I can't help it. Here's this side. Man, pretty nice, pretty nice. Let's see what the blade looks like. Ooh, okay, all right. Nice looking drop point. Very nice. Here's this side. And we're going to get all up in there. We're going to get close and personal. We'll check out the fit and the finish and the ergos and the action and all that good stuff. And you already know we're going to take it apart. So I'll tell you what, let's get the specs and do them in less than 60 seconds. What does she weigh? I'm going to say it's pretty close to 4-ish. I'm going to go 3.9, and it is 3.76. Pretty close, pretty close. I will take it. All right, you know the deal. You ready? In less than 60 seconds, let's do it. So from tip to tip, we're 7.25 inches. You have a drop point blade with D2 blade steel. It has a stone wash on it. Your total blade length, 3.12 inches. Your sharpened blade length, 3.05 inches. Your blade width is 0.99 inches. Your blade stock thickness is 125 thousandths of an inch. Your thickness behind the hedge was pretty much 15 and 16 thousandths of an inch. And your handle material is a nice looking micarta. Your close length from tip to tip, not counting this little spout here, is 4.1 inches. Your handle width, 0.91 inches. Closed, it's 1.13 inches. Your handle thickness is 0.56 inches. You have a front flipper and thumb studs to open it up. And what's in the pivot? We're going to find out because we're going to break it down. We're going to take it apart. And it's a liner lock. It's a right side tip up. We'll take a look at that in a second. And surprisingly, T8s all the way around, including the pocket clip. And the model number is SL-11. Let's see what kind of edge we have coming right out of the box. Ooh, okay. Little rough. Little rough. So, is it all about the angle? Let me check. Yep. See? Coming this way? Nice and sharp. So it's all about the angle. Not too bad. That is something I've noticed with knives. If you strop on one side, it'll cut paper on the opposite side. So I imagine if I stropped it the other direction, I'd be able to cut it right-handed. So that's a relative term, but it feels pretty sharp. Let's get up here and check out the fit and finish of this bad boy. So here is your blade, and I'm noticing, I don't know what you would call those, some lines, some vertical lines going along. Maybe like it didn't quite get stone washed all the way, just a little bit. You could probably see them going through there. Now the edge feels pretty good. Not feeling any nicks or anything. It feels sharp. It's grabbing my skin really well. But let's go all the way down. They have a pretty cool looking design going on right there. I believe this is rattlesnake design. Yes, it is. There you go. There's your rattlesnake. And this is the SL-11 and D2. But keep it on with going down the line. Nice looking. Well, there's one. So you get one thumb stud. It's one-sided, and you know it's probably reversible since you have looks like a T6 on that side. And here is your texture vision. So, okay, so in the middle, the texture is slick, kind of like some of the Civivis, but on the edges, you do have some good grip. So let me get you all up nice and close here, if the camera will let me. So there's a little bit of texture vision for you. Are we gonna focus? Does my focus need more focus? So you can see up here, it's a little rough, and in the center, it's slick. But you do have some traction going on there. It's nice, clean look. Only 2 screws on this side. You have a nice lanyard hole there. And there's your back spacer. A little bit of back spacer action going on. And let's check out this pocket clip. You do have a couple mushrooms growing in the shade. And it is not reversible. No reversey love. You know what? I'm going to see what it feels like going in and out of the pocket right now. And it is not grabbing on those screws, so we don't have any problems. It's gliding right over them. And I think one of the reasons is because this pocket clip is recessed into the G10, so that's very nice, very, very nice. Well, how about the centering? What's that look like? So it is dead nut centered. Borrowing that term from Lefty. And it has a nice strong tip. It's not a, what was I going to say? A splinter getter. It's not a splinter getter. And how about, what's our lockup look like? Lockup's good. We're right there at about the 45% range, 45.213 to be exact. No, just kidding. But the lockup looks good. It's rock solid, no left or right, no up or down blade play. So that's excellente. And how about a little bit of detent? What's our detent check? Ooh, pretty nice. Very nice. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Now, I don't think I said this before, but you can get these. There's a couple places. White Mountain Knives has them. I think they could be sold out. Depends on what day you're watching this. If you're watching this a week from now, tomorrow, it doesn't matter. You can check White Mountain Knives. I will put links in the description to where you can get this. And of course, I have a 10% off discount to White Mountain Knives, Lancelot Leather, a bunch of different places. You can just click on the little downward shaped V and it will take you to my Amazon store and all my affiliates and all the good stuff down there. You can go check that out later. But you can also get this. It runs around $35 right now, which is really good price depending on what we find out here. But you know what? Let's go ahead and do some quick size comparisons and then we'll get to the fun stuff. So here it is up against the Qsp Penguin. And you know you have to have a penguin, right? Isn't it a requirement to be in the knife club, in the knife community? Just kidding. But really, you ought to get a penguin. So there it is up against the penguin. And we're going to lay some out here and see what it looks like size-wise. I'm going to put some out here that are very popular, that a lot of you might have or are aspiring to get. There's the Spyderco Delica 4, and here's the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. So, okay, there you go. It's kind of in between. It's not a small knife. It's, I'd say the Delica 4 might have just a hair on it, handle-wise. Let's throw some other ones up here. How about a big boy? Everyone's seen an Ontario rat, right? So there's your rat. Do you smell it? And here is the Concept Main Street. How about that? Look at that. Here's a similar blade shape. I kind of thought it was going to be more size of the Brazen. It's a tad smaller than the Brazen. And since I had this one out, I'll put this one up here. It's the Vosteed Nightshade. Go check out my video on that. I freaking love this knife. I've been carrying it a ton. And here's the Rake P801. Ton of people have this one. So that's a good size comparison. And the Sincut Netchez. I've been doting on this one lately. You guys saw my video where I put all three of the Sincuts up against each other. Not against each other. Near each other. They were loving each other. But there's the Qsp Penguin. So, you know, if you have a Penguin, you're looking at just about the exact same length. So that's a really good indicator. And I'll put one more up here. How about the CJRB Mormilea? I haven't showed this one in a while. So there's that. Now for the fun stuff. Let's see how she deploys. Let's do the old thumb stud. So the thumb stud's nice and poppy. Wow, it has a nice snap. Very nice detent. But I am noticing one thing right off the bat. The thumb stud is very close to the liner. I mean, there's not a lot of room. Now, typically, when you use the thumb stud, you don't push outwards. You push upwards toward your pivot. So it does give you room to push upwards. So it does work when used properly. How about the front flipper? Very easy front flipper. So if you have trouble with front flippers, this one, all you have to do is just get the edge of your finger right at the tip, you know, just at the tip. And pow, right in the kisser. Pretty good action. You give it a little bit of help from gravity and you're shutting. So I'm liking this snap. That's a nice snap. Now, could I do it over the top? Yes. Haha, very nice. How about left-handed? So left-handed, no thumb stud. And I'm not the best with the over the top, but yeah, I can do it. Now that pass-through, that is a pass-through for days. I mean, oh yeah, easy to do left-handed. And look at this. Check out this pass-through. There is no missing getting your thumb in that bad boy. What? You heard me. Look at that. Super easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, how about ergos? My hand from here to here is 4 inches. From here to here is 3.5. From the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger, 7.25. And yes, handle for days. No problem whatsoever. And, you know, the pocket clip's not bothering me. You can really choke up. Now, speaking of choking up, let's take a look at this since I had a squirrel moment. So you have plenty of room, plenty of sharpening room, sharpening choil. And you can choke up, you can get right up there, right by the cutting surface and get in it to win it. So that's comfortable. The pocket clip is low enough, low profile enough. It's not bothering me. I can tell it's there, but it's not a hot spot. And these edges, they're kind of 90-degree-ish, but they're not bothering me. I like it when the liners are on the inside. A lot of times when the liners are inset, I get that sharpness on the edge, on the inside edge. I'm not getting that sharpness on the edge. I do get that 90-degree action though. Right here where you can see my fingernail, a little bit of that 90-degree, but it is not uncomfortable at all. And you're going to be able to do utility cutting with it. It's comfortable in that grip, comfortable in the traditional grip, and comfortable in the reverse grip. And if your hand is a little bigger than mine, you're going to be set because this has plenty of handle. Has a good grip. It's pretty comfortable. The only thing I can feel is where I usually feel it. And that, see right here on the inside of the micarta, I can feel that a little bit, but that's easy to remedy. A little piece of sandpaper, just go, and you're set. You get rid of that little bit of edge. And that's on pretty much most liner locks with G10 and micarta that I come across. So let's disassemble it, and then I'll give you some thoughts. All right, let's go. All right, everything you see me use, I will have links in the description where you can get it. Everything I recommend in my maintenance section. Get you a Weehaw bit set. And by the way, if you need a driver, the Weehaw bit set is a second driver. Yeah, just saying, you'll have a backup. Oh, right. Speaking of, oh, right, did I tell you all about Beez Blades live at the Hive? All right, let's see. So we don't have, let's see, I'm going to go from this side, and we're going to get on in here. And this is usually where I plug Beez Blades live at the Hive, and my pivot is spinning like nobody's business. And it's just spinning all day long. Are you going to come out of there? All right, let's see what happens here. It's just a moving and a grooving. But Beez Blades, every Friday night, is this my whole pivot side? What's going on here? Every Friday night, you know what? Let's try this. I'll just keep repeating oh, you know what's happening? My finger's spinning. I'm spinning. Let's do this. How about a little bit of this business? A little less talky, more disassembly. There we go. There we go. Am I still spinning? What is going on in this creation here? Okay, I see. Our screw came out from the other side. All right, very nice. Very, very nice. We'll push that bad boy back. So here's your pivot screw. And it looks pretty clean, pretty clean. I don't see anything on it. But yeah, I got a little distracted there. But Beez Blades, Friday nights, 8:15 to 11:15 p.m. every Friday. We have a blast, and I want you to come and hang out and have some fun with us. And let's see, what are we looking like here? Boy, talk about simple. Yeah, that's my middle name. What's that? Did I just compliment or just crackle myself there? So there's the underside of your micarta. And let's see, any screws? Nope. I'm going to use my little plastic spudger here. I'm going to disengage it. Use my little spudger. Comes right off. Very nice. Look at that. Nice and clean. It's all milled out. It's very clean. I have to say that for sure. Nice. Very nice. Put that up there and wow. I mean, you can eat off this thing. Look at that. And there you go. That's my favorite. Got some ceramic ball bearings. And am I having squirrel moments? Am I doing micarta like I do at the Hive? There you go. Really nice and clean. Love those ball bearings. And when they're dark black like that, you know they're ceramic. And this is going to be an easy clean. Very nice. And I do have a cloth here that I have already put some, a little bit of rubbing alcohol on. And definitely get you some of these doodads from KPL. There's 20% off of these. You'll see what I use them for. You can use them to clean your knife out. But you know what? I don't even really have to do much here. Here's our pivot. And are we D-shaped? I don't think so. I know we're not D-shaped because we were spinning like the dickens. There's your pivot. Doesn't look too bad. Not too shabby. Just wipe it out just a little bit. Okay, so yeah, this is, I have to say, it is very, very clean. I'm all about that. I like it when they're clean, baby. I'm going to clean the pivot. And yeah, my thoughts are all over the place today. I always have to say thank you to my subscribers and all the patrons. And the one thing that you all do that support the channel that is just amazes me. I mean, it is amazeballs how you guys and gals always comment on the video. Every video, you always make comments. Even if you don't have anything to say about the knife, that's how you support Beez Blades. That's how you show your support. And I have to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I try my best to answer everyone because I love being a part of the conversation. I love being a part of the conversation and talking to you all and seeing what you had for breakfast, seeing what you did that day, seeing how things are going. What knife did you carry today? I love it. You know, what knife did you just order? What's on the way? I love hearing all that stuff. So there's your knife. Boom. Just like that. So I think we can go ahead and put her back together. So I'm going to give me a little bit of KPL. And a little dabble do ya. And I usually dab too much. Let's see if I can not overdo it. I'm going to put a little bit around the pivot here. Just a wee bit. Now, one thing about this, the micarta on this, it reminds me of a lot of Civivi's micarta that's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of slick. It's not, it doesn't have that fabric-y feel like I really, really enjoy. All right, so let's put this dude on here. And we'll just set him there for now because, let's do this. There we go. You're going to lock up for me? All right, we'll put you there. And then, and you know what? Before I speed through, let me put a little bit of looby-doob on the inside. There we go. Get a little forgetful, my young age. Sometimes I get in a rush. And by the way, I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm looking forward to dinner. But I knew I needed to make this this video. Make sure we have plenty in there. And I wanted to get this knife and see what it looked like because seeing them in the pictures just does not do a knife justice. That's why I try to share with you all so you guys can see what they look like, give you some good size comparisons. So what we're going to do is, let's see. And I know some of you were already yelling at the screen like, dude, you forgot. No, I didn't. I remembered. So here's our detent hole, and see that little line? That's our detent track. I'm going to put just a little drop of KPL heavy in there. Very nice. And just go wiggle, 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 wiggle. There we go. All right. See, I did it. I didn't miss it. Sweet action. Like a glove. Okay, there we go. It's going back just like that. Just like that. You know, it helps if you have it facing the right direction. Oh, what was that joke I heard? By the way, I love it when you all tell the dad jokes. What was it? My wife said something that I had a terrible sense of direction. I got mad and I write. That is not how the joke goes, but you get the gist. By the way, I like it when you guys tell the dad jokes for sure. And on Friday nights at the live stream, we talk about everything from knives to chocolate to adulting to appliances and, you know, just normal everyday stuff. It is a place where us adults can come and hang out, talk about knives. We all have a lot in common. So let's see. Definitely got to tighten her up. And I'm going to have to use my stubby. You know, it's fun to use your stubby. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't. All right, so I have it tightened up. All right, feels good. Are we centered? Pow, look at that. Centered. And how about the action? Ooh, very nice, very nice. Do we have any blade play? No blade play, no up and down, no left to right. You know what? I think we can go to the big screen. All right, so final thoughts for today on the SIXLEAF SL-11. The action's pretty good. I'd say it's smoothed up just a little bit. It's a little bit more snippety, snappity. So I think it has good ergos. It has good action. It's easy to deploy. The thumb stud, I could use a little more room. The thumb stud's kind of close to the scale, but it's not affected if you remember that you're flipping straight up and not outwards. I'm just used to getting my thumb just a little bit behind there, a little bit more. And it has a nice sharpening choil that's not too shabby. This might be a turnoff for a lot of folks, but when it's in your pocket, it's going to be on the inside of your pocket, so your hand going in and out of your pocket's not going to be affected by that little bill right there. Kind of like a, I don't know, kind of like a cardinal. I can't figure out what I want to call that. I guess kind of maybe like a pterodactyl. That's what it looks like, the back of a pterodactyl. So as far as the finish, I've never seen a knife that has these vertical lines like this going up and down. You can see there. It's almost like maybe it just didn't quite get stonewashed enough. That would be the only little nitpick that I'm seeing. I can see it a little bit on both sides. So, you know, when something catches my eye, it has to be something that's eye-catchable. But the finish, I really like the scales. I wish all of the scales feels like it does up here and down here because you have texture. There's nice texture up there. But in the middle, it's very slick. But the saving grace is the top and the bottom of the scales give you texture. It has a great pass-through. I appreciate that. No hot spots. I think it's a pretty good deal. I mean, for the money, I think it's not too shabby. I'm curious what you think about it. And I can always count on you guys and gals to always say something in the description of the videos, not in the description, in the comments. Jeez, learn how to talk, bees. But until I talk to you again, remember to live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.